Hello, this is a video going over the 6's multiplication using the build-up strategy. Now in the build-up strategy, it breaks up the equation kind of like it's using the 5's and 1's multiplication. And the build-up strategy really helps students because they really have grasped the idea of skip counting by 5's for multiplication and multiplying by 1's, because 1 times the number equals the number. And when you use those two strategies and you add them together, you end up getting the same exact answer for your 6's multiplication. So that's why it's a really helpful strategy. So in the 6's multiplication for build-up strategy, you're breaking up this first number, that's 6, into the 5's and 1's. So we'll put a 5 here and a 1 right there, and we're multiplying them. Okay, we keep that same second number, okay, the 4 in this case. And we go 5 times 4, and then we'll have 1 times 4. And after you multiply both of these numbers, these equations, you have to add the answers together. And that answer is going to be that answer for 6 times 4. Because adding these two equations together is the same thing as getting that 6 times 4. Okay? And this strategy helps because multiplying by 5's and 1's tends to be easier and faster for students than having to, skip count by 6 or do repeated addition of the 6's. So that's why this strategy is helpful. And I have an array here that I'll be using to help show that. Okay? So for the first part, we have 5 times 4. So in this array that matches 6 times 4, I'm going to be circling my array that matches this 5 times 4. So I'll go 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll circle that 5 rows of 4. Okay? Now when we solve 5 times 4, that's skip counting by 5's 4 times, so it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20. So that first part is 20. Okay, now we have this one row left. Okay, so that's our 1 times 4. So 1 times a number equals the number. So 1 times 4 would equal 4. Okay, our next step, which is going to be that last step, we have to add these two numbers together. And that will be our answer for 6 times 4. So 20 plus 4. Okay, so 20 plus 4, it equals 24. Okay, so the answer for 6 times 4 is 24. So again, that build-up strategy, okay, it splits up that 6 into 5's and 1's multiplication. And then we just add those two answers together. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, this next one will be 6 times 3. Okay, and I'll make an array right here to help us show that work. So I need 6 rows because my first number is 6. Okay. If I had a fast forward function, I would definitely use it right now, but I don't have it on this recording program. Okay, so sorry if I'll try to go fast. Okay. And our second number tells us how much we need to put in the rows. So we need 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, so we're going to be using that build-up strategy. And we have to split up that 6 into the two numbers. What do we remember? 5's and 1's. So 5 and 1. And I'll put my multiplication symbol. Okay. Now we keep that same number that's being multiplied by 6. So in this case, it's 3. So I have to put a 3 here. Okay. So we'll use this array to help us solve. Okay. Now for the first part, we have 5 times 3. So I'm going to take my 5 rows with 3 in each of them. I'm going to circle it. Okay, and solve. So 5 times 3 is that. So we skip count by 5 3 times, so 5, 10, 15. Okay, our answer is 15. Okay, Now we have to solve for this next one. 1 times 3. 1 times number equals number. So 1 times 3 would be 3. Okay. Now remember, when we add these two numbers together, that's going to be your answer for 6 times 3. Okay, so we have to go 15 plus 3. What does it equal? It equals 18. So 6 times 3 is 18. Okay. Now when your child is doing work on their own, they don't have to draw the array, but it is helpful. Some students are able to, just to do this part. They just write these equations, but some students find it helpful to draw that array as well. Okay. All right, we'll try one more. And if your child is with you, then they can see if they can say the answer when I do the pause. So this last one, we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll do 6 times 7. Okay, so I'll have 6 rows. And 7 in each row. Okay. All right, so we're using that build-up strategy. So what are we breaking up that 6 into? What two numbers? 5 and 1. Okay. And what number would go here? The 7. Okay. All right, so in 5 times 7, we're going to be circling the 5 rows with 7 in each row. Okay, and we have to skip count by 5 7 times. So, okay, go ahead and skip count by 5 7 times. What did you get? 35. I didn't give a lot of space right here. I'll put it right here. Okay, so the answer is 35. Okay, now we have another array to solve for. That's 1 times 7. 1 times number equals the number, so 1 times 7 would be 7. Okay, now we're not done because we have to add these two numbers together. So we have to go 35 plus 7. And this answer would be the answer for 6 times 7. So 35 plus 7 is 42. Okay. So this was a video about the build-up strategy using 6's multiplication. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.